Hello everyone, this is Artemiis back with you on Guild Wars 2 this time, a rather different game than our usual here. I'm recording today to bring you the first of what should hopefully be a every other week update on the state of the game in Guild Wars 2. As anybody who's following the game knows, they've been releasing patches every 2 weeks, and as of this day of the 17th of September, they have released a patch called Zaitan's Rising. This patch is basically all about making the biggest and fiercest world bosses, the 3 dragon minions, or dragon champions, much harder to take down. So we're going to jump in, see a couple of the new things that this patch is bringing to us. We had a lot of changes to the economy and the weapons system with the last update, so they've really slowed down with more of the game-changing features as far as this release. It's really just a big release to make the boss fights a little bit more involved and hopefully integrated into the story. So we're going to have to see about that. As you can see, I have my usual lineup of characters here. Idris is my main, Mesmer, Artemiis the Ranger, Zeal the Elementalist, and then the ones I'm still working on, Kassir a Necromancer, and Regis a Thief. For now, we're going to jump in on Zeal, who I have parked in what is believed to be the first new zone. And as we can see, this is Sparfkly Fen. We have the dragon's picture is slightly updated for the patch here. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so inside of Sparfkly Fen, we're going to receive a message saying that the dragons are basically acting up and that we need to go into our achievement panel as usual to see what is happening this time around. And I don't think these people are going to res me, so let's head back to Chokevine Gorge, which is unfortunately the center of the action here. Now, inside the daily achievements, or not the daily achievements, inside the patch achievements, under the hero tab here, we're going to see that our first task is essentially to complete 3 scavenger hunts. So we have clues of the dragon in Blazeridge Steppies, in Frostgorge Sound, and in Sparfkly Fen, where we have Zeal parked right now. These are going to be our first 3 achievements, and as we can see, there are only 5 achievements in the weekly update this time round. The other 4 of the achievements actually have to come from completing Boss Week dailies. For example, we have a Boss Week daily right over here. Possibly just for this time. I don't really know if I want these dailies to stick around. There's already so many categories to do as is. So yes. But for hunting the dragon in Sparfkly Fen, we just basically have to find 20 clues, and there are predetermined locations for these that you sort of do. Well, let's get there anyway. Stop for some repairs. I make no pretenses to have obscene amounts of gold, and if I did, I would spend it all on minis and fashion and other things in the game. So, it's probably a decent idea that I don't. Let's see if we're going to have anybody explain to us what's going on here. The first clue should be a little bit down this beach, most likely where these large amounts of people are gathered for here. There we go, interact, and we have 1 dragon clue. It was this tooth right here, actually. Looks rather deadly, coming from a rather disturbing dragon. And this seems to keep happening. So it looks like already we can see some of the new mechanics that are happening with the Tequatl fight here. It looks like it's going to be quite an interesting thing to try and survive through. Well, alright, so that was the first clue. The second clue is a little bit to the... It's right in this area, approximately, so we're going to head back to Caer Brian waypoint, and we're going to be looking for another one of those teeth. I'm suspecting as soon as we finish hunting teeth in Sparkfly, Tequatl is going to pop, so we will probably take out the dragon himself before we go into the other maps where Idris and Artemiis are parked and waiting. But that all works out fine. And there's our second tooth on this sort of natural bridge here. Which is not actually seeming to give us an achievement. give us a... Oh, no, it did. Just no Q on the screen. All right. For the third tooth portion, we're going to head far to the north. We're going to go to the Olvanic Shore waypoint, Orvanic Shore. And we're going to travel slightly north and to the west. Well, there might actually be a cave over here somewhere, as I recall. And that theoretically could take us to higher ground. Yep, that was correct. I should really equip a condition removing skill also. Probably speed up this process a little bit. And somebody created this skill point but did not bother to finish it. That could be trouble. And looks like it will be trouble. My little flimsy elemental is going through, finding all these areas for the first time. Probably not the smartest idea or the safest, but like I said, 180 per map. Just trying to keep this quicker for everybody. Alright, tooth. Show me a tooth. There is the tooth. And I'm just about to die as it starts healing my health again automatically. So we'll just cross over here, avoiding the Ridgeback scale. And there is the location of the third tooth for you all. As usual, double check to see that it actually went through. Oh, goodness. Interesting how Tequatl has a whole set of achievements to itself now. Alright, 3 teeth. Fourth tooth, down here, south of the Astrozintli Forlands. I do not speak Aztec, nor do I speak Hylic or anything in between, but we'll do our best to pronounce these names here. So we start in this encampment here. We're going to look for a door out, like over there, where we see a risen presence. Sorry, not today, my risen friend. Although I might as well finish the Renown Heart as I'm walking through, if possible. Excellent. More juicy experience for us. And now, looks like our tooth is somewhere in that direction. We see some icons back there. But to get to it, we're going to have to pass through a nest of angry crate. So if this event is up when you're trying to complete the tooth here, I'd be very careful. Let's see, tooth. There it is. That was a good guess. So the tooth is down here. That was tooth number 4. And now we will head to tooth number 5. Tooth number 5 is in the far northeast of the map. Braggy's Stead, right about where you enter it. This one should not be difficult to access at all. Very cool ruins here. I haven't actually played in Sparfkly all that much besides the areas where Tequatl spawns, so this is a slightly informative experience. Okay, so here's our one place to go up. See if it's connected to the rest of the ruins. Get us a nice waypoint in the meantime. Idris is the character, Sylvari Mesmer is the character that has map completion here, so his will be the easiest set of teeth to find in Frostgorge later on. Okay, so now it looks like we just have an obstacle course involving toxic oozes. Nothing a seasoned adventurer cannot handle, certainly. Was it here? It was there. Straight shot forward. Did not quite evade that toxic ooze, but it's also not going to kill us anytime soon, so no worries. Unless we get immobilized, or something to that effect. Okay, and it looks like the tooth is going to be straight down there. There will probably be multiple effective ways to go about this, but I'm just going to do a strafe jump, which would have been very embarrassing if I had fallen, but I didn't, so there is our next tooth. Tooth number 6. We're heading straight down south again, into areas that apparently I don't have particularly explored. So let's get out of combat here. Let the oozes leave us alone, west of there. Maybe this one will be easy for once. Most likely not, but it's always worth a try. Probably up on that hill or something to that effect. There it is. Scouting. Just climb up here a little bit. And there's the 6th tooth. Very easy to get to. Tooth number 7 is very close to here. You don't necessarily even need to use a waypoint. You can just head down to the... Head straight down, head to the right, through the swamp, to the next patch of land. And hopefully we'll come across it rather quickly again, rather than having to fight for territory with this jungle worm. Tooth? Is there a tooth anywhere? Anybody see a tooth? Looking for tooth? LFT? It's probably up here then, so we'll need to find a more effective way to scale these cliffs. Possibly like this, more likely not. Okay. One of the nice parts of this is a lot of people are probably looking for the teeth at the same time if you do it quickly enough, since this achievement is so much easier to get started than the other. That was tooth number 7. Alright, tooth number 8. I should double check that I actually got that, considering how far we just fell. Oh, how far am I going to roll? Yep, that was 7 teeth. Okay, tooth number 8 is on an island in the middle around this area, and it looks like I am missing that waypoint, and it also looks like there is not a close waypoint. So we're just going to quickly swim from the approximate location of tooth number 4. Hopefully this won't take particularly long. And Tequatl is here! Just in time, right in the middle of the video. So we will keep running to Tequatl, get that waypoint and tooth number 8 on the way, and join the fight, see what the new mechanics are. Excellent timing we seem to have here. And we'll just join a group. Of course, friends, do the courteous thing and post to your guild that you are going to be in the map, and that they want an invite. And now we should see over in the Tequatl Rising screen that there's a note about the dragon coming down to this map particularly. There are some ledges. But is there a tooth nearby? Now we're getting too close to the shore. Try to dodge that attack, not exactly succeed. Also the same with that one. Ah, and there's our tooth. It is a little bit beside this point of interest here, so the person has the same idea as I do. Get the tooth and GTF go. Alright. Now we're heading back to Tequatl. So, taking a look ahead, it looks like we're probably going to have to be using those launcher pads, possibly some big guns. We'll have to see as it comes up here. Get a little bit closer to the waypoint. And this is a new thing. The waypoint near Tequatl is not usually contested when the dragon arrives. Usually you have a free shot to get there, so this is probably one of the relatively new ways of making the dragon fight a little bit harder. So once again, while we're waiting for ourselves to reach the new area here, let's take a look at the Tequatl screen. Oh, there's a time limit on it now, 10 minutes. And those were big guns, they're Hylic turrets. So 10 Tequatl achievements. Jump over the shockwave, fire the mega laser, destroy without any turrets going down, find sunken treasures, use a Hylic turret, that's an easy, defend the Vigil batteries, and kill Tequatl during a single encounter. Defeat Tequatl without getting hit by a vortex, dodge the tail sweep, just defeat it, and don't get caught in any bloated creeper explosions. So we're going to basically be playing Minecraft with the oh my goodness. It's huge, it's angry, it's ugly, it's Tequatl the Sunless, folks. And it looks like we're going to get some beautiful, beautiful lag going today. And now I'm really disappointed I didn't bring one of the characters I'm a bit better at playing here. I make no claims to fame as far as playing Elementals is concerned. Let's go use a Hylic turret, see what we can do with these. So to use a Hylic turret, you need to find one that nobody else is using. So if you were not contributing very actively to the fight, you could certainly just wait for somebody else to get off of one. But it's probably more effective to just go ahead and defend the people using these turrets. And so to get this achievement, you're probably going to want to arrive early, so you can make sure you do get a turret spot. Now this lag is kind of a shame, but like I said, a lot of people are doing these achievements right now. Everybody wants to kill Tequatl. And we have a champion there, so let's drop ourselves a flaming greatsword. And target the champion. And champ down. Wow, we have enough scaling to get silvers, dungeon bosses, in the fight. And they're over-leveled by 3 levels. So nothing about this fight is going to be a point and click anymore, friends. Whether you're in a cannon, you're at the feet of the dragon, or anything else, you're going to be active. You're going to be fighting hard. You're going to be working hard. And you'll notice that we don't have actually a whole lot of time left to kill the dragon here. So guaranteed completion on these events is not necessarily a thing anymore. Hopefully a lot of the other world bosses are the same. World boss farming may be a thing of the past at this point. Looks like ArenaNet is really actively working now to make people go out and do other things. Nothing even to loot from that dungeon foe. Alright, in the distance there we start to see bloated creepers, the giant risen that look like Norn. Remember, avoiding one of those things is part of one of the achievements here for Tequatl. And there's another one from my guild finally. As I shamelessly continue to try to get inside of a cannon. Yep. And we dodged. This also seems to be a rather effective way to try and get the dailies for today, to be honest. Whoops. Let's get out of the blast zone here. There we go. And that champion was taken down, so we resurrect. Or was it actually? Something was taken down. So it looks like the bloated creepers are only going to be a problem if you're very close to the dragon. But yes, it does look like we failed this one for sure. I don't know how much the Mega Laser will take down specifically, but it's probably going to be less than what's remaining. And now we can see that the source of the waypoint being contested is the massive amount of Hylic which are there. Getting in a couple hits on the dragon. There's another champion back there somewhere. This lag, though, is really killer. And we have Antilles coming back through the window.
What's up, guys? See your way through the door.
Alright, if this Mega Laser kills Tequatl, we're going to have just enough time here to possibly take it down. But it's going to be rough. We've got a lot of down players here. We've got a lot of dead players who are not running back, and folks, that makes a huge difference in the fight here. But it looks like we do have a chance. So basically we just need all the players to get to these different vigil batteries, these giant gear icons up here, and make sure these batteries don't go down. We need the batteries there to charge the Mega Laser to get through this event. As usual, the cannons, the turrets here continue to be... Oh, there we go. Finally got in a turret. So what do we have here? Stake thrower, firing a stake. Maybe that can take out a bloated creeper. Maybe not. Oh, it does some damage at least. Okay, we have scale penetration. Let's look out. These guys are unstoppable. As I get a couple more of my guildmates in here. They're gonna have to run if they're gonna make it in time. We'll continue just hiding and attacking this bloated creeper from behind here, keeping it away from the batteries. That is the point, folks. Keeping it away from the batteries. We don't want this guy to explode over there, because if he does, we can see the battery health, and we only have 20 seconds left to defend all 3 batteries. It looks like we have a chance here. I'm gonna run over to the eastern battery, try to... Oh, and that explosion was probably a bloated creeper going up, but I don't think it got me specifically. Yes, the one I was just attacking is fine. Alright, 3 seconds. 1. Mega Laser is firing. So what exactly did the Mega Laser do? Buy us time? Get rid of all his ranged attacks? Let's try to stay out of these fields here. Alright, now, friends, now we can DPS Tequatl like the old days, just the way everybody remembers it from before the patch. So, do the usual, stand in purple mesmer fields, get the heck out of the way if there is a red field that's negative conditions. Just see if you can target anything. You should always have your group control T Tequatl so you can get back to him quickly. And DPS that dragon straight into the ground. It's not a whole lot of time left for this particular group. Like I said, we wasted a lot of time resurrecting people and such, but the fight is still winnable. It's definitely still winnable. And since I do have the nice elementalist skills, when I go down, I'm going to get out of the way. Try not to make it so people have to really work too hard to get me up. Actually, there's not a chance here. Oh. This is gonna be a rough one, folks. And by the time I get back there might not be too much left to see on the dragon. Do we have this? Do we not have it? Oh, and the epic music goes away. We are too far.
No, really.
It's almost peaceful out here. We would hardly even know Tequatl's attacking. 21 seconds! 21 seconds on the timer. 17, 16, 15, 14. This dragon is not going down today, friends. One of the turrets is out. Zero seconds. Tequatl was failed. Valiant effort on the parts of the entire map group, but there were a few things that just went wrong there. So people are still new to the event. It looks like we're not defending the turrets accurately, we're not defending the Vigil Marketplace enough, and the Mega Laser no longer takes away half the dragon's health, but rather just lets you get close to melee it. So we have some sort of new sad, oh, the dragon is beaten us music here. Do we still get a dragon chest? Let's find out what everybody's really wondering here.
Geological forces at my command.
But what I'm seeing in the map check here seems to be pretty accurate, that the first 25% of the dragon is basically the hardest bit, and after that you can DPS it more or less like you expect to in the past. Well, that was a very interesting middle of the fight, friends, but for now, we'll go ahead and get those last two teeth, and then we'll cut the video here for now. That was an interesting first look at the patch. I'm thinking I might have actually missed the chest when I respawned there. Let's see. That, or it's over here where everybody's at. But I see no icon. So there's no, from the map chat we're getting a there's no chest if you failed the mission. Wow. This is pretty rough, friends. When they said they were going to redo the world bosses, I was a little skeptical, but it looks like they've made them pretty tough. I haven't seen a world boss lose to players since practically the game was released, honestly. Now I am showing that people did get a chest here, but I'm assuming it was a chest that popped immediately if you were in the vicinity of the dragon when it went down. So it looks like I'm probably going to miss out on it for now. Alright, so to get back to our regular quest here, the 9th Dragon Tooth in Sparfkly Fen is actually in the far north again. It's similar to the 3rd. So we're going to scroll up here and we're going to get to Ocean's Gullet Waypoint once again. And we're headed up here towards Orver's Glen. Actually, this may even be quicker to reach from Orver's Glen, but we'll see here, since I don't exactly have that waypoint yet. Let's see what we can do. Much more peaceful when there aren't dragons rampaging around. So, lessons from map chat. Continue to defend the turrets after the 25% stage. Kill the fingers when they spawn, because they create the poison clouds that are basically killing everyone in the map. We need lots of reflex to block the poisons. Also, try to avoid condition damage. It looks like the dragon might be resistant to that. And the respawn rate is approximately 85 minutes, so over an hour until the next chance you have to take him out. And here's our next tooth, friends. It is buried among the foliage. Buried among the foliage that surrounds these hylic areas here. And the last tooth is right by the 8th tooth, in the center of the left side of the map. Tooth number 10 is where we'll be headed now. Oh, looks like I may have to take out a spider first. Yes, I actually do fight sometimes when the game is not laggy and I'm not trying to accomplish other tasks. Alright, so we'll wait for that to go, and then we'll head back to the Quaggan waypoint. And it looks like we're going to be scaling the cliffs. So most likely the tooth is actually up these cliffs somewhere. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's going to be this area, around the corner of this platinum ore. So we're going to climb up this ledge, and there is the final of the 10 teeth in Sparfkly Fen up on the ridge here. So we'll get that. And we're going to call it a video there, friends. We have, clearly we have 2 other maps with teeth, we have a bunch of other world bosses to explore, and a lot of achievements involving Tequatl, including actually successfully killing the thing. But I think that should give a basic overview of a lot of the tactics that are new to the fight, what's changed, why it's not ridiculously easy anymore. So, I'm going to cut it here, and we'll see. Like and subscribe if you like the series, and hopefully I can keep bringing you more updates to Guild Wars 2. Team Renegade out.